Have you ever dreamed of the perfect day? The day that environmentalism and capitalism work side by side, hand in hand, for a common goal. Have you ever dreamed of the perfect boat? The boat that can run where other boats only dream of going. Have you ever dreamed of the dream boat? Well, I have. I've spent the last 4.5 to 5 years dreaming of the perfect boat, tearing it apart and rebuilding it, tearing it apart and rebuilding it. The perfect boat, the one that would run in super shallow water as well as very rough seas. And this is what CBS said about the dream boat.
Boat collisions are the leading cause of manatee deaths in the state of Florida.
Now a local boat builder is trying to turn the tide. He's designed a new watercraft that could be safer for manatees. 10 News meteorologist Cliff Michelson shows you.
Boats come in all sizes and shapes. Buyers look for performance and pleasure on the water. It's unusual for a craft to be environmentally friendly too. But this one is. It's a revolutionary design that's proving to be very friendly to a Florida icon, our manatee. For Ralph Brown, the inventor, it's a dream come true. How'd you get the name?
I guess I was dreaming about a boat that would run in super shallow water, and we were looking for a name that would be a boat that would be a dream boat to us, something that would be a good family-friendly boat that would go pretty much anywhere you wanted to go. It was still not shallow enough. I want to find some real shallow water.
At 23 feet, it draws 9 inches of water at idle and only 6 inches when it's underway. An average 23-footer sits about 18 inches deep.
And what Ralph asked us not to show you was the patent-pending tri-hull that actually has the propeller recessed up underneath the boat to protect the manatees.
We, of course, don't pay any attention to the channel a whole lot here. About 60% of the damage to manatees comes from the impact of a hull sitting down below the water or from a skeg from a motor. And about 30% actually comes from the prop.
Manatees are slow swimmers and can't get out of the way of oncoming boats. Ralph has his own close encounters.
This is where we saw the manatee a couple days ago, actually Sunday afternoon. It was right here. And we went over the top of him. We never saw him until after we went over the top of him. We didn't worry about having heard him, but we stopped and idled to watch him for a minute. And he came right up underneath our boat. And when he came under our boat, you could see how other boats had cut his back with the prop. And had we had a conventional prop, we probably would have cut him.
Ralph hopes his love for boat building results in safer waters for manatees. In Hudson, Cliff Michelson, Tampa Bay's 10 News.
The boat you just saw on CBS News, that was our prototype, and you've seen the new version. And by the way, this is what Fox News had to say about us.
Well, a dream boat takes shape in Pasco County. 4 years and more than a dozen trial models later, a manatee-friendly boat hits the water. And as Chris Field shows us, a dream surfer doesn't need much water to cruise.
Dream Boats, Inc. was born 4 years ago.
This is a walk-in bathroom. Literally, you can stand up in it just about.
Ralph Brown was boating, hit a rock, tore up a motor. The brainstorming began. This was the original plan 16 models ago.
I actually had very wide tunnels here that are kind of oblong shaped, and we tried to force a tremendous amount of water in here. We forced way too much water because it picked the boat up. Enough storage space.
Now Ralph's got this tri-hull or tri-tunnel system down.
This tunnel here, going all the way through to the front of the boat, takes in a bunch of air and water. We want the air and the water mixed here. This generates a tremendous amount of pressure right here and again over here. We decided to go with 2 sidewaters.
The center tunnel equalizes.
And when you're running in the shallow water, you get what's called the ground effect, where the pressure coming out of here pushing down actually pushes down on the ground, and that pushes back up. And it literally picks the back of the boat up out of the water. And so we can run this thing about that deep.
6 inches of water to cruise, 9 inches to idle. That's all Dream Surfer needs. The initial production plan, crank out one 23-foot boat a week. The main selling point, that draft.
See how shallow we're going to go over here in a minute. We're going to go over this. Right there. See that? You're looking at about 7 or 8 inches of water, if that.
Rocks, no problem. The props, no problem for manatees. A propeller guard keeps them safe. Plus, this boat's easy to operate. Deck design that's custom made for lounging, fishing, whatever you want.
Chris, you got to see this. This is what my wife really likes right here. Okay? It's got a walk-in bathroom on a small boat. That's unbelievable. And, you know, of course, you've got room to walk down in here. You turn around, and you close the door, and you've got total, complete privacy.
While Ralph's busy, I might just drive some more. Chris Field, Fox 13 Sports.
Now, for more information about Dream Surfer, you can call Ralph Brown at 352-346-2365. Certainly, a boat like this, you know, it's certainly going to catch on. It's going to give him a lot of work, I bet, in the next few years.
Shallow in parts of the Bay Area, you know, that would seem to really
Plenty of places to use that.
Yeah, exactly.
And that privacy feature is very nice.
Very nice, very nice.
The ladies like that, okay? We like that.
Many people would think that an environmentally friendly boat that saves manatees, seagrasses, and coral reefs would be slow and clumsy. The Dream Boat is a highly desirable, multi-purpose family boat that has way more power than you'll ever need.